Hello and welcome back to this Trails of Cold Steel Let's Play with me, SLJ RPG. In the last episode, we defeated the Gargoyle and discovered a little bit more about this Team 7 and ended the prologue, The Waiter Thaws. So, without any further ado, let's make our way through. A preamp for some of these first episodes, we're currently going through a heatwave in England. So there's gonna have to be a little bit of fan, otherwise I might die. It's like 35 degrees Celsius, so... But we're doing okay. I tried to record without the fan and it just didn't. When the fan's on, it's fine. If not, it's overheating. There's only so much my little fan and my little laptop can do. But here we are. At the dormitory. Nice to have a base building. Give me evidence of the special support section in Crossbell. I'm sure we'll get stuff to fill it up with sooner rather than later.
All right.
There we have our kid.
Time to get going.
Time to get going indeed.
Oh, Reen!
That feels like Elliot. Feels like he's our main friend.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sounds great.
It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
It would seem that way.
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least.
Got that
Linus in
spidey
particular
senses.
is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Ah, we got that special powers.
Huh.
Still mad at us, evidently.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Lisa. We'll see you in class.
Evidently, still very mad at us.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually.
At some point.
Class 7's got enough tension as it is. What with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats.
Evidently.
So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
Might not be in our court.
Whatever that may be.
Might not be in our court there, unfortunately, but let's try our best. So, we're heading to school.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
They certainly have.
It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
It's a well-known institution.
Body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh?
There we go.
I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Basically everyone apart from us.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Not at this point.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
Something pretty damning, most probably, or something pretty big. An event from outside, a threat from outside is probably the biggest thing. Which I'm sure we'll get at some point in this game. Everything's very slice of life right now.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
He doesn't really know which one.
Still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory.
Sorry guys, the dogs have been started off.
Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Pretty strong,
Well, they did
strong
a good
choice.
job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
I mean, at this point, it's not that far.
You're in our way. Step aside at once.
As we come against some angry-ass nobles. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna try and calm down my dogs. Someone's doing work next door. Right. In all white, pristine and proper. Shouldn't be surprised, necessarily.
Class 7, I see.
Indeed.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on. We're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are.
See, this is the
Never
problem.
forget your place.
The problem with this whole structural system in general. So there's going to be some arseholes, guys. There's going to be some arseholes.
So they're from one of the upper classes.
They certainly are.
This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles.
I think that's the way. I mean, there's still a pretty big class system in the UK.
Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
And it is unlike that a bit.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Here we go.
That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really?
It would appear that way.
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's make our way through.
Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
It probably is.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
I'm guessing you're going to end up joining a fishing club or something. Seems to be the general pro-tag thing to do in Trails universes. So. Let's see where we end up. In our first day.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As we have an academic here.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Thomas Lysander. I always like the name Lysander.
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights.
Okay.
The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself.
He's gonna be Dryshils.
And that name, of course, was Drychels Rhysei Arnor.
There we go.
He would later become known as Drychels the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy.
There we go. So Oliver...
Drychels' army was initially rather small in number.
Great-great-great-great-great-granddad?
But as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Drychels first began gathering his army was... Breen Schwarzer. Would you care to tell the class?
I can. I will. Nord Highlands. So Nord Highlands, region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Schwarzer. Prince Drychels' wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there he heard of civil war taking place in Erebonia. Those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. I got it right. Ha! Nord Highlands. Guess he didn't need my help after all. Just trying to help. It may not be so, but our AP is increased by 1. AP is like our CP. Basically, making decisions, acting appropriately, completing quests will gain us AP. AP will increase in rank, and there are 15 ranks from B7 to AO. For every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk in the academy. I am actually going to be using a guide, spoiler free, just to help me with
Nice
missed
work,
quest
everyone.
and everything.
You made it through another grueling day of classes.
Indeed.
In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Sleep is wonderful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one. So
There we
feel
go.
free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
We should see where we can end up being.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
Okay, fun.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
Fighting some
It's part of
things.
your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then.
Indeed.
Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
My guess is we're going to be going out on missions.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something.
We will.
That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
So apparently we have to all rise and bow at certain points. But we have a free day. 3 days means we've got to do some stuff. And there are certain things that we need to check off the list. I'm a little worried about the practical exam next week. I'm still just getting used to this staff. I'll be able to train you if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'll find no trouble finding a good spot for it. It's very kind of you what I offer. I was planning on attending a club practice. You joined a club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for band, though I'm not sure how much use there'll be having a violinist. Of course, I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any schools clubs? I'm considering joining the arts club. There we go. Art? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you, no pun intended. Do you have artistic experience? I dabbled in the back at home. It's all myself though. So I can feel this could be a good chance to learn some proper technique. It's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. I see we have our lovely teacher, Miss Velestein. Good, you're here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. Something you picked up from the student council room. You need something picked up. What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. I'll say it's something absolutely essential to your school life. It's something you need to go get, though it doesn't matter. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up to the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait. You sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I'm looking to a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. Student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the second full floor. It's open quite late, there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. So, that's what we've got to do, as we have free time. But that is not actually what we're going to be doing straight away. We're going to head to the library first. She certainly is not a conventional teacher, not in the slightest. But we've got to head towards this library because I want to read all of the books in this game. So I'm going to have to go there. So let's head. Is this? Can't go in this room. Classroom 3's room. Music room. Hopefully we can both make the base field. This is the first time looking around the school. It's undeniably very interesting and very good. What is this? Home ec room. I'm sure we'll have plenty to say and do around all of these home ec offices. This is the art room. I need to find the library. The computer room. It's very advanced for it to have a thing. Conference room. Courtyard. We're not going to go quite there. Principal's office. Faculty lounge. Infirmary. This will take us upstairs, I believe. As we got some characters there. Mint. They'll come at some point to us. 2-2 doesn't make sense. Where are you, library? Custodian's room. Interesting. I need to find this library. This is class 7. Okay, library. Library. Let's go upstairs first. Rather picturesque area up here. As we can see Fee being bored. She certainly is a difficult one, but that's not what we're here to do. Right. Let's live out my my school things. My school things. Home ec room. We've already got here. Library must be somewhere, not in this room. I'm guessing it must be in the building. Across the computer room. It's locked for us right now. Okay, that's fine. Already gone around here. I mean, let's have a look in the courtyard. I remember correctly, student union should be east of the main building. Seems like it's too urgent though. Hello, if I want to familiar myself with the campus a bit. Auditorium for events, entry ceremony. It's not be closed, it will open during events. Field room for athletic activities. And then we have the gymnasium used for general purpose. Engineering room to factory place for orbit maintenance. There we go. Then this would be the library. Okay, there we need to go. a salon. Interesting. Event masters will be trying to do almost all of it. But let's make our way through here to the... Is this the library? Gymnasium. It's not what I'm looking for. It appears I've gone the kind of weird way around. You the library? This is the student union. Okay, I don't want to go here.
This should be the student union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year.
Nice. We didn't get his name, did we?
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Yeah, most probably.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay.
He kind of looks like Thee slightly.
Wait. You're a second year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
Sure.
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too.
It's going to be
So,
somewhere
wait.
wrong.
You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
It's just astounded us out of all of this work.
Man.
God damn it, the bastard.
You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
I'm guessing he's going to either join us or we're going to have some dealings with him at a later point.
Wait, my 50 mirror.
Just got astounded out of some money.
He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Guy's good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going.
Certainly do.
Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
We're not going to head straight there straight away though. Let's head towards the library, which is this building. Is this the library? Auditorium. Wrong way. I will get more used to this at some point. South. Is it this way? Ah, Machias. Is this the library? It is. Nice. Library, you find books detailing terminology. Nice. We'll take all of the books we can. He's here, of course. I'm not going to be friends with you or anyone else. He's a little interesting, isn't he? Recommended reading corner. Imperial Railways history. Orbital Revolution 51 had an effect. We know this already. Basically, made transport increased. Trump Emperor made these journeys impossible. Made them super, took 10 days on foot or 4 days by horse, but has made them within hours. It's made a big change in manufacturing. First vehicle was produced by G. Smith, Professor Epstein and Rhinefeld Factory, known as a weapons manufacturer. The freight liner between Roa City and Chester Iron Mine was completed. First passenger railway connecting Helmdale and Roa began operation. Nice. There's orbly powered airships invented in Liberal and automobiles developed in Calvert. So that's where they're all made. Interesting. Red Imperial Airs. Contents was added to the book notes. Now that is all we actually wanted to do. We could go on a bit more of a search, but I'm okay. I'm sure we'll get our chances to go into every single other room at some point. I mean, can I go into the auditorium? Let's go see. Sprunt boy. Okay, feels like things are locked. Feels like I'm going to have to go to the student council room, where I believe we're going to be seeing someone that we've already met previously. I know from spoilers, because I've looked at Tokyo Xanadu who this person is. But that's fine. So, Cafeteria. First floor, Student Union, you'll find both Cafeteria and Campus Store. Is there anything to buy? Might as well sells a number of different kinds of food. Store sells combat equipment like weapons and recovery items. Makes the best way to place stock up on supplies. It's almost like the Times Nobel thing. The fact that they sell weapons is kind of interesting. It's not quite ready for me. Okay, let's just head towards the second floor and see our student club president. Literature club, interesting. Anyone here that we know? No. What was this club? Lower class chess club. I mean, they can't even have fishing club. Gone fishing, Kenneth. Nice. An unused room. Is this the upper class fresh club? Photography club, interesting. There is a black room there, it's very nice to know. But, student council room, let's make our way through. Looks like this is the place. Definitely someone inside, I can sense it. I'm not interrupting. I'm gonna knock.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
Indeed.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
That's nice to know. Tower Herschel. Toa? Or
My
Tower?
name's Toa Herschel.
Toa, cool.
I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay?
Sounds great.
I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
A whole bunch of student notebooks.
Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes.
There we go.
And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments.
So we're getting the manual right
and
now.
The other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which
How
means
is-
it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Super intelligent.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though?
It
It
is.
seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right. But she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot too. So I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here.
I think we're going to end up joining the student council,
So,
guys.
you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right? It's such a nice gesture. You're
Okay.
really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the academy.
She's
Sorry,
she's
I'm
volunteered
not
us.
sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands.
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something?
It's probably not a bad thing.
How embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down.
There is none, I'm afraid, my
Oh,
man.
no. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the academy and in Trista.
So this is our new Bracer Guild.
Yep. Sometimes people send in
The-
feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them. And we try to help out however we can.
There we go.
I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day. And drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning.
So this is how we get side quests, evidently.
Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing.
So nice. We get our stuff. So this is student council is where we get our little side quests.
What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy?
Some people just built like that, my man.
Hello? This is Rien Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
So we've been forced into
I have
this.
a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
There we go.
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly?
She's making me the leader.
This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special.
We're blatantly adopted.
Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
Here's
That's
both.
why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
There we go. So we're going to be doing some requests tomorrow is what I'm gathering.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
I know that she's a romancing option.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
Does she live in our dormitory with us? I'm guessing so.
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Indeed. So much anime, all the time. Right. Unconventional studies. Afterwards, Reen returned straight to the dormitory. Done relaxing in his room, he decided to walk around the dorms. You can now visit overall achievements and character tabs on your notebook. Both are accessed by pressing the back button or choosing a note from the canyon memory. So, we're gonna have to give these notebooks out. Alright, so all of me had charge of handing everyone's books. First 3 days, so I should get this done tonight. Story or progress once we return to Reen's room, but we've got to go and give everyone their stuff. Let's have a quick look at the notes. So, scorecard characters we finally got. We've got Reen, a young man who's part of easygoing, honest, polite and sociable. Looks like a reserved, noble, but social shooting, surprisingly naive and meddling. Belongs to the wind orchestra, meek, kind-natured boy with red hair, dislikes conflict. So we're learning small things. Emma Milstein, we've got these guys here, and then Gaius here. Class 1 members. Y2, we've just got Toa so far. Instructors, we've just got Sarah Valstein. Anything else? We've not got anything else found. Academy Life April. Record, we've just got that there. Books. We found Imperial Ways, which is good, so we've now got that just there ready for us. Voice notes, we've got help in general. Event markers and AP ranks, something that we've already got. I will go through and make sure there's not... I've read all of these at some point. Combat. My god, all of them in this one. Still more to learn. I'm guessing it's going to be links. Help. Augments. Yes. Combat links we've let to learn. So, without any further ado, we need to go hand out some notebooks. So, let's head into here first. Appears to be a vacant room. Ooh. There's no one in this one for sure yet. So, let's head into here and head one to Mr. Reen. Mr. Craig. Read something the matter. Toa gave me student notebooks hand out earlier. I'm going to give her delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot. You're planning violin in there. Sorta. It's pretty late, so I wasn't planning per se, just doing fingering and motions. We had more careers and meetings tomorrow, so I thought I should get some practice in tonight instead. I was really into music. Can be invested in their hobbies, your room full of musical stuff. It's not that much. Nice that these walls and dorms are a bit more soundproof, though. So he likes the violin, a true musical nerd. We can see their room slightly. He's got a whole bunch of cellos, etc. But that's good to know. Who is going to be in number 203? Should be G's. Who's there? It's me, Rain. I got your student notebook in here. Very well. He doesn't want to be friends with us. Hand it over, his student notebook. You have my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if you ask what you were up to? Simply reading. What kind of book? A biography I borrowed from the library. Why must I indulge in mundane little questions? Huh? While we may live on the same dorm, We two are perfect strangers. Proximity to me does not give you the license to intrude on my private life. Okay, you're right, sorry. Pay no mind. So you should be more mindful to whom and you volunteer your time. Those people will be more happily simply use you. He has a lot of advice. He's a bit of a dick. At least Machias does try to be friends with us, even though he is a commoner. Not a commoner. Let's speak to Gaius. He's doing his paint. He's not really got much else, but he's got his easel. Oh, what's up? Got your studio book, here you go. Wondering where that come. Thanks. So to make your way to deliver it. No worries. Room's got a really distinctive feel to it. What's that hanging on the wall? Or ornament made in the North Highlands. That's to bring my spirit of my homeland along with me. He's from the North Highlands, nice. What's hanging here? Is this what is hanging? Is this what we were talking about? It just seems like a bit of rope to me, but of course may be wrong. Let's enter in here. This is going to be Machias' room. Who is it? Something for you. I'll be right there. Give him his thing. Handed over his notebook. So to make you a little trouble. Don't worry about it. Are you in the middle of studying in there? How do you know I was studying, though? You got pencil marks all over the side of your hands. There you go. Well then. You should maybe plenty more studying yourself. Besides, last chance to show those snobby upperclassmen, so I'll see you tomorrow. He's trying to do better by... he doesn't really want to be friends either. I mean, he does, but he's got a one-track mind, it would seem. Let's head upstairs. We've not really done that yet. Oh, nice little area here. Who have we got in 306? Vacant room. I'm guessing some people will move into here at some point. Sarah's room is locked. Okay, she does live here. Let's give Alyssa a shoe notebook. Here goes. Who is it? It's me, Reen. What do you want? I won't have the number says someone I need to give you. I know, it's your notebooks. Oh. Okay, wait a moment. She's got a plushie. Nicest book. Should be this one. Let's see, Issa Ryan. Don't read that. She snatched the notebook. We already know who she's from. She certainly doesn't want anything to do with us. Back off for tonight. Is there a reason she's hiding it? She's probably common, but from a weird background. Is this going to be Emma's room? Laura's room. Here we go. What is Laura's... Oh, she's not there. Is that you, Reen? I'll be right there. What is she doing in there? Thank you for taking the time to deliver this to me. Don't worry about it. What are you doing anyway? You didn't hear me knocking. You could have been sweat. Fighting with a wooden sword. Must have focused on my practice, though I didn't knock you. You knock first. A jewel. That would be good. Focused in the sword play. She doesn't really have another hobby, which is interesting. Emma's room. She's going to be studying. Handed over this. Looking at some more clubs. Haven't decided what culture clubs has to offer. I'll be visiting them tomorrow. It will work out in the end. Good night, Emma. There we go. Thee's going to be angry that we're giving her the notebook, but that's fine. Now, here's what I'm noticing. Does anything change in the character things now that we've done this? No. Swimming club is Laura. Interesting. Thee's room. Who's there? Pass this over. Cheers. Went to sleep this though, had a dinner. Just wanted to give the notebooks out to everyone, so we at least got an idea of where everyone is. Well, now she ended up being a student here anyway, so I do believe that's all of the notebooks handed out. Return to your room and go to sleep. We're going to have a quick search downstairs. Just want to see what's happening, really. Who else is around here? If there's anything. Sarah's down here drinking. There we go. She's a powerful woman. Here's our eating hall. We got a nice little kitchen. It's nice. Must admit the dormitory is very, very nice. But having been dragged into schoolwork, what's this one here? Just a supply room. Is this going to be another room of interest? Ooh, a vacant room. Who's meant to be living down there? I'm sure we'll find out. But let's head towards our room and head towards bed. We certainly will make that choice to make the change now. 201 is our number of choice. So we head to 418, a free day. But I think what I'll say here is, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, where we'll try and see about doing some quests, about doing some of the free day stuff that we need to do in order to progress in the storyline. So, let's check the mailbox. What have we got? Student manual task. There are schoolhouse delivery, orbital delivery, and a noteworthy loss is another one that is worth taking on. Required a bunch of orbital tech, old school delivery. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode when we tackle these. Peace.